Hello, good morning, guys. Now let's discuss about the circular motion. Okay, before we discuss about this topic, let me clear the doubt which just comes across the lot of students about the circular motion and rotational motion. Rotational motion. Rotational motion. Okay. Circular motion and rotational motion. Both are similar, look like similar things. Circular motion and rotational motion. In general, in general, in English language, both are look like similar things, but technically, both are different from each other. Okay, circular motion and rotational motion, both are different to each other. Now let's how they are different to each other. Which phenomena is called the circular motion and which phenomena is called the rotational motion. Let's know. But before this, let's see an example. Have you seen a spinning top? Also in general language called the lattu. Okay, lattu look like something this. Okay. This is its centroidal axis, and obviously this is rotating about the centroidal axis. Okay, I think lattu is spinning. Okay, and this body has its center of mass. Now, do one experiment. What is the experiment? Put an ant here on the centroidal axis. Okay, and you also sit there on this centroidal axis. What you see? What have you seen? See, this spinning top is not moving from here to here. It is not doing a linear motion or translational motion, but it is doing a motion with respect to this centroidal axis. That means this ant or insect is not going anywhere with respect to this centroidal axis or center of mass. Okay, then this type of motion is called as the rotational motion. Rotational motion. That means the body which is not going anywhere with respect to this center of mass. Are you understanding? This is the rotational motion. This phenomenon was called the rotational motion. Now, do one more experiment. Now, put an insect or ant here, the outer surface, the circumference on the spinning top. Now, see, with respect to this centroidal axis or center of mass, this insect is rotating, not rotating obviously, but this is moving from here to something upper side, then something here, then something here. That means this insect is changing its position with respect to time. Okay, then this type of motion in which this body is changing their position with respect to centroidal axis is called the circular motion. Is called the circular motion. Okay, I think you all got what is the circular motion and rotational motion. Now see one more example. See fan. What have you seen? If we consider this fan is a whole body, then this body is not going anywhere. This is rotating about this own axis. Okay. With respect to this centroidal axis, this fan is rotating about their own position. Okay. This type of motion is called the rotational motion. But see this blade, the blade of this fan. See, this blade is rotating with respect to moving. Sorry, not the right word is using rotating. This blade is moving from one place to other place with respect to this centroidal axis, with respect to time. Okay, as the time is going on, this blade is moving from there to there to there. So this blade is changing their position with respect to time. Okay, and also sir with respect to this centroidal axis. So what you have seen, you see that this blade is doing a circular motion, but the whole this body, this fan is not doing the circular motion. This is the whole body is doing the rotational motion. Okay, so this is the rotational motion and the circular motion. Have you also seen a lot of example of this circular motion and rotational motion? Okay, I think you have cleared all these doubts about the circular motion and rotational motion. What is this? See some mathematical analysis about the circular motion or the circular motion. See, this is our coordinate system. Okay, coordinate system. Here origin, here x-axis and this is y-axis. Put an insect here. Put an insect here. Okay, and this is the center of mass. With respect to that, we are talking this insect's motion. Okay, we see this motion is tracing this path. Okay, at t is equals to 0, this insect or this ant is situated at this place. Okay, with respect to this origin. Okay, after some time t is equals to t or t1, this insect travel angular displacement, angular distance theta. Okay, and this circular motion is similar to the linear motion. Okay, this motion is similar to the linear motion or rectilinear motion. So in linear motion we represent distance from x, but in circular motion we represented the theta, angular displacement. V velocity, here we represent omega, here we represent a acceleration and here alpha. Okay, this is the terminology which is used in the circular motion, and this is the linear motion or rectilinear motion. Okay, now let's see this. We all know these units about this. This is meter, centimeter, mm. Okay, meter per second and meter per second square. Okay, here we see this theta. We all know this theta has 2 units, represented in 2 units. First in terms of radian and second in terms of the degree. Now, one interesting thing occurs here. When we use radian and when we use degree, see, if we do some calculations, in numerical aspects, then we use always radian. Okay, and when we have to sacrifice some calculations, okay, when we have sacrifice some accuracy in the calculation, then we use the degree. Or when we represent something in angle, in the aspects of the angles, then we use the degree. Okay, but when we calculate for the actual meaning, for how much this value is occurring in actual, then we use in radian. I think we all got here. Okay, now see something. We also do some equations of motions. I think in linear motion and in circular motion, how can these are related to each other? See, we all know the in linear motion or rectilinear motion, v is equals to u plus at. S is equals to ut plus half at square, and the v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Okay, we all know all that terms. V is the final velocity in linear motion, u is the initial velocity, and a is the acceleration, t is the time taken from initial to final position. Okay, now relate the in this equation in the circular motion or the circular motion, not the rotational motion. In the circular motion, we will talk about the rotational motion. This is a very broad topic in physics. Okay, now come on the circular motion. Similar equation, omega 2 is equals to omega 1 plus alpha t, where omega 2 is the final velocity that this insect occurring when it goes from one position to other position. We all know this insect is go from here to here. Here some velocity and here some velocity. Then this velocity here is omega 2 and here some velocity is omega 1. Okay, I think we got it. We all got here. What is omega t and omega 1? And alpha. Alpha at what acceleration this insect goes from here to here. Okay. At what velocity and what angular acceleration this body is going from this place to this place. Okay. Now come to here. We all know angular displacement is theta is equals to omega 1 t plus half alpha t square. Okay, and the omega 2 square is equals to omega 1 square plus 2 alpha. This is the similar equation than this linear motion. Okay, one thing is note here. One thing is note here. What is this? This equation is only applicable when acceleration is constant. Okay, that means acceleration is not changing with time. Okay, but here also alpha is constant. Then we only apply these two type of formulas or equations. Okay, now one thing more, see here. See, what is this? Angular velocity. Angular velocity. Okay, we all know in the linear motion, when body is going from one place to the other place, from t is equals to 0 to t is equals to t time, then how can we represent these velocities? From one point to other point, how can we represent the velocity? The velocity is represented in the linear motion, the rate of change of displacement or distance. In linear motion, velocity is represented at the rate of change of displacement, that is dx by dt. Okay. Similarly, in the angular motion, the angular velocity is represented by omega is equals to d theta by t. That is, when this insect is going from here to here in t is equals to 0 to t is equals to t, then in what rate this insects cover this angular displacement is represented by omega. Okay, are you got? Okay, now go for the angular acceleration. Angular acceleration alpha. We all know that in linear motion, acceleration is represented by rate of change of velocity. Similarly, here angular acceleration. Here, this is the angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. What is this? This is the rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. If we find in terms of the displacement, then what we do? D by dt, d theta by dt. Okay, and this similarly d to theta and d. Okay, this is the angle. This is the formulas of angular acceleration and the angular velocity. Okay, I think we all got. This is the introductory part of the circular motion. We will know something more interesting about this circular motion, but in the next class. Okay, class. Thank you.